If you look at the map of South America, one country stands out immediately: Chile. It doesn't look like any of its neighbors. It's not a wide country or a square country or even remotely balanced. It's long, very long, and incredibly thin. At first, this might just seem interesting, like a geographical quirk. But behind that narrow ribbon of land lies a much deeper story. A story of war, geography, trade, and even survival. Because Chile's strange shape isn't just unusual, it creates real problems. From natural disasters to national security, Chile has to work harder than most countries just to stay connected. In this video, we'll explore how Chile got its unusual shape, how it became a country trapped between ocean and mountains, and why that shape still creates real problems. Let's unravel the story of the world's skinniest country. Chile didn't start out this long and thin. Centuries ago, before Chile even existed as a country, this narrow strip of land was home to various indigenous groups. In the north, there were Atacaminos and Aymaras. In the south, the fierce and independent Mapuche resisted outside control for centuries. Then came the Spanish in the 1500s, searching for gold and empire. But colonizing Chile wasn't easy. Unlike Peru or Mexico, there was no wealthy empire to conquer. What the Spanish found instead was difficult terrain, mountains that split the land, and a people who refused to surrender. The Spanish called it the end of the world. After gaining independence in 1818, Chile was still a small country, mostly concentrated around modern-day Santiago and Valparaiso. But that quickly changed. In the 1800s, Chile began expanding aggressively. The northward push became especially important during the War of the Pacific. In that war, Chile fought Peru and Bolivia over the Atacama Desert. By the end, Bolivia had lost its entire coastline, becoming a landlocked country. Chile added more than 500 kilometers to its length. Meanwhile, in the south, Chile moved into Patagonia, claiming land also eyed by Argentina. Through treaties like the 1881 Boundary Treaty, Chile secured the Strait of Magellan. By the early 20th century, Chile had transformed into a long, narrow country. But it was trapped, squeezed between the Pacific Ocean on one side and the towering Andes Mountains on the other. To the east, the Andes rise like a massive wall. These mountains aren't just tall. They reach heights of over 6,000 meters, forming a near impossible natural barrier. This geography turns Chile into a narrow hallway, barely wide enough to breathe. In its narrowest parts, it is less than 100 kilometers wide. Imagine trying to build a country on that. Roads have to wind between mountains. Railways can't cut across flat land because there isn't any, and cities can only grow north or south. In the north, the Atacama is so dry and lifeless that NASA has tested Mars rovers there. Some parts haven't seen a single drop of rain in decades. Yet, people still live and work here, mining valuable resources like copper and lithium that are essential for the entire world. In the far south, roads are often impossible. In the region of Magallanes, some Chileans must cross into Argentina and re-enter their own country just to visit another part of Chile. This isn't just inconvenient, it's a strategic vulnerability. If a natural disaster strikes, rescue operations can be delayed for hours or even days. Isolation is a serious risk. Chile hasn't given up. The Carrera Austral, or Southern Highway, was started in the 1970s. It had to cut through thick forests, steep mountains, and raging rivers to connect the south. Chile is one of the most earthquake-prone countries in the world, located on the Pacific Ring of Fire. It experiences thousands of earthquakes every year. In 2010, an 8.8 magnitude quake struck, killing hundreds. It was so powerful it literally shifted the Earth's axis and shortened the day by a tiny fraction. This shape also affects the economy. Nearly 40% of all Chileans live in or near Santiago, creating a country that is highly centralized where everything happens in one place. This concentration creates imbalance. While Santiago has the best roads and job markets, cities in the far north or south often struggle with less investment. Chile's economy relies heavily on exports, especially copper and wine. But moving these goods across the long shape is expensive and slow. Transporting goods through mountains and deserts raises costs and makes exports less competitive. Exporters often combine road, rail, air, and sea just to move a single product. So instead of fighting geography, Chile is adapting. They've invested in high-speed internet and satellite connectivity, connecting even the most remote villages. Chile is now a regional hub for green energy and innovation. It's turning its landscape into a strength, leading the way in solar and wind farms. Geography is not just something you see on a map. It shapes politics, economy, and even how people live. For Chile, that shape tells a story that's still unfolding. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to hit subscribe for more fascinating geography stories. Thanks for watching.